This beautiful coin is the fifth in the Buffalo series from the Oglala Sioux tribe, and this series mints the only American non-US government coins available in the marketplace, at least according to its description. This is my second coin from this series from my collection, and this coin depicts a historical scene of native peoples of this amazing country. Join us today as we dive a bit deeper into this coin, hopefully teaching you something you did not know, as well as seeing if this coin is right for your collection here on the Culture of Currency. If you are an avid watcher of this channel, you may remember that a viewer actually sent me this in the mail as a gift, which I am beyond thankful for. Our last coin from this series scored a very high 49 out of 60, and we shall see if this coin does the same, worse, or better. Before we get to the ranking, we must assess the history and culture behind the coin, and lucky for you, I've already done that in the Sioux Warrior Chief video from a while back. It looks like this, and to date is one of the videos I am most proud of, as it taught me so much about the lifestyle and culture of current Sioux land in the Dakotas, as well as many of the issues they are facing, which are not often reported on. It is a beautiful and yet, at times, sobering understanding of the relationship of our government and how it is played in the isolation and desolation of these peoples. Don't get me wrong, I love our nation, but I think there are some things that we could probably in turn do better, and this area getting a little bit more government help might be a good place to start. I encourage you to watch this video and let me know what you think. It covers everything you would need to know about the culture and history of this coin, so let's get into the ranking. The obverse is where we actually find our unique design on this coin. This is a beautiful design of a Sioux chief in regalia on a rolling prairie. The teepee is seen in the distance with the stitching and textural design showing patterns and even the folding of leather at the top. In the foreground, we see native grasses leading to the chief who, with rifle in hand, looks to defend his land. It looks like a Winchester lever-action rifle, which in that time would have been fairly accurate to the history, which is a nice touch. These rifles were often traded or taken in battle. What I also love is that the chief is in ceremonial dress, which makes me think symbolically that he has the ability to fight back, but his real intention is to talk peace, as often the dress was reserved for the meetings of leadership. This is an excellent scene and scores a 10. On the reverse, we are met with the exact scene from our last in the series. I love all the elements at play. The fight for dominance and the bull buffaloes are depicted beautifully, as the 7 teepees which lie overhead representing the 7 nations of the Sioux sit and watch. We have 4 feathers adorning the circle, which is representing an Indian war shield. I love that it says sovereign nation, as we often think of the reservation as just some land with a fence. Beautiful overall, and a consistent 8 is what I shall score this. For mintage, it is just like the previous video. I do not currently have a mintage amount for this coin. I reached out a while back to their mint via email and have not heard a response, and so I have to place a neutral 5 until we know more. Cultural significance is next. Just like in our Warrior Chief video, this is a coin that screams cultural significance. You could even remove the chief and it would be hyper-significant to the culture. You could remove the teepee and just have the chief and it would be hyper-significant. Heck, you could even remove the chief and teepee and it would still have probably a 6, as this would show the vast native lands of the Sioux people. Having all of these elements on both sides just screams the Sioux. We must score it a 10. When it comes to collectability, I must say that this coin hosts some features that are highly collectible. It is in a series that has changing artwork. It is Native American, which has a strong following. It has a bit of a Western feel to it, which has a strong following. It is beautiful and unique as a series, so I scored a 9 based on those merits, though I do understand that the desire is not really there for standard stackers as much as collectors of Native American things and culture and things like that. Our last category is uniqueness. As mentioned earlier, we have a coin that is part of a series, being the only American non-US sovereign coin minted in the United States, or at least, like I said, that's what it says in the description, but I guess it means on behalf of a nation in the USA, because we know Scottsdale, for example, mints many sovereign coins for other nations that are not located in the USA. And they do a fantastic job, by the way. This series is unique, and it is from the Sioux tribe, and I have found no others that have such designation. and has a theme that in my mind would have a hard time being outdone by an outside mint. I scored a 10, which brings it to our final thoughts and score. This amazing coin crosses the line at 52 out of 60, meaning finally we have an elite coin from the Sioux Nation. What separates this coin from the last in the series we have ranked is really the negative space having texture and balance and the overall obverse. Hopefully you are now equipped to know if this is a series and or coin that you should be looking out for. I highly recommend you watch the video over my War Chief as it will teach you a ton about the Oglala Sioux and the world they live in. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, please remember to stay classy and current with the culture of currency.